I will get a.
Okay,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? Maybe Walker told him he has the chocolate AIDS, the AIDS, and that completely changes everything.
Walker
Yeah,
told me
that
I have
kid.
vitamins and minerals.
That kid definitely needed an appetite suppressant.
This is the Bed and Skin Show After Dark. Thank you to those of you who are tuning in. We try to do this every now and then. Like we've got another one coming up Thursday night. That'll be Whiskey Talk with Balcones. But I'm Ben Rogers. I'm joined by Jeff Skin Wade, Kevin KT Turner, the pride and joy of Olney, Texas, and Christina K. Ray, Miss Little Blue Blonnet Crandall.
It's all the same, right? Yeah, totally.
Did you want a plaque with that? Did they give you a trophy or anything or a medal?
You know what? I have a trophy and a tiara that is in my room in Crandall.
Oh my God, please bring that. You got to wear that little tiara to work.
I'm not wearing that to work. I'm not.
KT will wear it.
Oh, shit. A dog got COVID-19.
Yeah, it's a little pug. Did y'all see that?
What?
Some little pug dog got the COVID. It was supposed to be just something for felines, but now pugs get it too.
I thought they only sniffed it out. They didn't actually get it.
This pug had it, and he was pissed.
See, the problem is dogs aren't good at social distancing. Dogs like to lick each other's buttholes.
And there's a story that KT's been trying to get on the air about fecal shedding that proves that licking the butthole is bad for COVID. So dogs are screwed in this scenario.
I'm trying to keep that
lick their own match.
What?
I'm sorry?
Huh?
Felines lick themselves.
Hey, dude, my pastor's watching this, you asshole.
Yeah. 3 of my pastors are watching it. Now I got to explain that.
Cheers to the pastors out there.
Yeah. What y'all sipping on?
The word. Keep spreading the gospel.
What are y'all sipping on?
New Testament, Old Testament, who gives a shit? You do you when it comes to your messaging, pastors.
Oh, all right. Katie.
What are you sipping on, Christina?
The usual by Peticolas.
Oh, me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's good.
Very nice.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but in honor of Starman coming out today by David Bowie, I'm drinking in my David Bowie pint glass.
Okay. I can't tell. I like that though. This is an actual old fashioned that I made myself with the baby blue.
Oh, the irony of all that.
Yep.
I'm changing my nickname next year.
Grace doesn't know how to make old fashions. She can bring me a bottle of baby blue.
Why are you wasting everybody's time during this quarantine if you haven't taught your daughter how to be a cocktail bartender?
Excuse me?
What, Kevin?
Next year, I'm changing my nickname to Draft Punk.
Draft Punk.
Oh, because Daft Punk.
Daft Punk.
So I don't get it.
Shout out to Derek, the Cowboys, for delivering these draft day mugs. If you guys want one, I'll bring it to you.
Yeah, I'd like one. Can you bring it tonight?
Hey, Ben, this is a question for it's a question for our demographic. Have you or do you know anyone that's ever done the whole just for men thing in their beard to get the gray out of their beard?
Emmitt Smith.
How did it work out for him?
I mean, his beard stopped being weird.
It looks so natural. No one can tell.
Being weird.
You know who does it? The guy in the Allstate, Serrano from the baseball movie. What was that movie?
It was Major League.
Yeah. Serrano in the Allstate ads, because now he's about 70 and his beard is straight black and there's no gray in it. And I'm thinking, man, he's doing it.
Also, that Pastor Copeland guy. I don't know how it works, but I don't think it's a long process. And I was wondering if maybe I should do it on air one day.
COVID-19.
Because, we've got all this from here, and I've never done it before. And I was like, well, if we're going to do it, now's the time to do it. And maybe if we did it on air by the end of the show, I'd have a completely different beard.
I mean, are you willing to go black or something?
Sure. I'm willing to go back. So I don't know that I would go black, but I was thinking about trying to find something that matches my no color natural hair.
Uh-huh.
It looks so natural. No one can tell. It's just for men gel.
KT, if we could go ahead and get the party started by asking you what the fuck happened to your weather update.
Oh, it's coming. Yeah. Squall line's coming in. It's coming in from the northwest. It's coming in on a southeastern angle. So heads up in the next few hours because it's definitely coming. As I mentioned earlier, too, it could be delayed. It could come a little faster. It's going to be a little bit delayed, but it is coming late night.
It's coming faster, but it's delayed.
Yeah. Well,
What?
yeah. Well,
What are you doing? What are you doing to make it come faster, Kevin?
nothing. I'm just saying it's coming, and you guys should be holding on to your weather butts. It's pretty close, and 60-mile-per-hour winds have already been reported over in that Jacksboro area, also just north of Graham and Olney. It's now to the east. So I think if you're in that Decatur area, be ready. Azle, Denton, Justin, it's all coming. Yeah,
then it's get up you so we can really see it and you can show us.
Yeah, pull up a weather map, dipshit.
All right, hold on.
I just really need a visual.
Yeah, I can help you. Hold on.
Okay.
Why are you easing back in that chair like that?
He's super comfortable.
Dude, he's resting a whole like Tupperware jug full of the usual on his belly right now. And there's a long straw that he can't lean his neck down to sip out of the straw.
What's the point of having a recliner if you're not going to use it?
That's a fair point. What about that time we were at Pluckers and we looked over at KT and he was basically laying down in a chair and just to make us laugh, he kept getting, I mean, listeners couldn't see it. He just kept getting lower and lower and lower in the chair until he was basically laying down flat in a chair while broadcasting.
All right. So that's I remember that, man. And that's a great point of something that I truly believe in. That most
yes. What are you looking for? What is that shirt?
Oh, that's incredible. I'd wear the shit out of that shirt.
I would actually.
Jungle Shirt Thursdays.
Okay.
Let's go. Ben and Skin, you guys are in technically Collin County, right?
I'm in Collin. Ben, you're in Denton County, aren't you?
Yeah, I believe it's maybe Collin. I think it is Collin.
Okay.
Shit, I think it's Collin County.
Here's
Shout out Kaufman County.
Hey, click on Metro.
I think it is Collin.
Wait, look at all those spare ass windows at the bottom. NBA Bill Lame Beer MP3. You're listening to a Bill Lame Beer MP3.
She might doing some work, get some audio, you know.
Can I get a look at that slidedocs.com PDF?
Yeah, what is that?
It's your computer, dipshit. Hey, seriously, dude, let's use After Dark and adopt a child. Click on Wednesday's Child and see what we can come up with tonight.
I just adopted one. Here's Gracie girl.
Hey!
Fortnite legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear him?
Grace.
She said Fortnite legend. Can you give him a We Are Legends?
We are legends.
Woo!
Hooty hoo!
Epic.
Do you have any questions for Christina?
No.
Do you want to say hi to her?
Hi.
Hi, Gracie. Thanks.
So,
I appreciate that.
Grace, you love Christina. You've always loved Skin. What about KT? Do you love KT also?
Yeah.
Okay. Say hi to him.
Hi.
Hello, Grace. Grace,
are you uncomfortable with how KT's leaning back right now?
His background.
Oh, why?
Bye.
Wait, hold on.
That's how it goes.
No, gotta let her go.
I need her to comment on. I need her to comment on the color of the jeans of that man who's standing next to little Joey Osment or whatever his name is.
Okay, listen, I want to ask you guys a question. So the 97.1 The Eagle Facebook page has like 85,000 people on it, okay?
Think about how many hot political opinions are in that page.
It's a massive audience. And do you think I should post this link to this up on there and invite them, people on that page to come hang out with us here?
Sure.
I think what you should do is you should go in there with a link to this, but an arrow pointing down to it. Use that guy with that huge dong, that former Saint football player, and have his dong pointing down to the link. And that is a true invite, right?
See, someone put that on during the draft footage, whatever. Someone had that on the screen that Roger.
Oh, that's great work.
Yeah, I thought it was fake. Like someone put that up there, but it actually happened.
I respect that.
It's pretty funny.
All right, posting it right now.
You don't have the balls.
Yep.
If you're gonna post that, let me put on history of violence right quick. I got a turntable over
Yep,
here.
there it is, right
While
there.
While Ben does that, I'm going to show you guys a picture on the share screen.
Yeah, what do you got? Oh.
Okay.
I'll never forget that. That was amazing. And you did that. Why did you do that, Ben? Because you were celebrating gay pride?
I mean, I think I lost a bet. But go back to that, Kevin. Can you go back to that?
Okay. All right.
I like that we were at a subway station when you were doing that.
That was the Gaylord Texan, right?
Yep.
So I had to go. I had to go the glitter beard. And I just remember I had it all over myself for so long. Like I couldn't get off my clothes or really get it out of my beard. It was just glitter everywhere for so long.
Yeah, glitter's tough, man. It's the devil's lettuce. No, wait, it's the devil's creation. I don't know what the devil's lettuce is.
I've heard that saying. That goes with something, doesn't it?
The devil's lettuce?
Money? The devil's lettuce? The devil probably doesn't eat lettuce.
I'll go with what Christine is saying. I think calling money the devil's lettuce makes sense.
Does it?
Yes. Or you know what it would be? It would be the devil's cabbage. Got to get this cabbage.
Right.
When Ben was so you guys probably heard a little bit of it today when he was referencing the triple beam dream. Ben used to be a coke rapper. All of his raps are about getting paid off of playing in yayo. And
that's not true.
Oh, maybe not. I might be thinking of somebody.
He said, "Oh."
I might be thinking of somebody else. I can't remember.
Making bank.
You know what? I'm sorry, Ben. I was thinking of the Clips.
Excuse me?
Huh?
There was a lot of triple beam referencing going on today.
Yeah, you knew a lot about it. Why was that?
Do you guys remember on the show when I was talking about the toilet paper I ordered?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Well, after the show.
Did you get home and put it in your cash register?
Was that after the show? So, okay. So here's an average roll of toilet paper, right? It's just a regular size. Okay. I mean,
you ever use that?
This is unused, but compared to my phone, right?
Okay.
There it is.
What do you do with the middle part?
These are the size of these rolls. So,
Can you break down the texture?
During the
that's what that Australian guy bought, was a bunch of that.
This is the toilet paper equivalent of mine and Skin's fat percentage.
Why did you order half a roll of toilet paper?
I mean, look, it's not even as.
It's not even half.
I mean, look at that. So basically, during the toilet paper panic, and I talked about this on the air, where we were running out of toilet paper, and my wife was offended that I was bringing up that we were running out of toilet paper. She was just so casual. She wasn't panicking. So I just went online and started buying it anywhere I could on Amazon. And it came in from Japan. And so I don't know if they just have tiny buttholes at the marketplace that's buying this toilet paper, but if you look at this, it is like a Japanese import compared to a giant American SUV.
Okay, so let's do fun with stereotyping.
No.
Earlier today during breaks, KT, use that accent you were using during the break.
High five.
My wife.
So I had a buddy, and Ben, did you ever know our buddy Wayne Pate? He didn't go to school with us, but he was friends with friends of ours. And he married like a real famous designer. So like he's lived all over the world. For a while, he was traveling Europe buying sneakers. Like he's lived a very charmed life. But when he was in his 20s, he moved to New York and started a fashion line of shirts that was eventually bought by a Japanese apparel company. And his shirts got really, really popular in Japan. And because he did order smaller sizes. Because if you just look at the average size of the average American and the average size of the average person from Japan, they are smaller. I don't know if historically, hereditary, diet, whatever it is. I mean, we're probably the most obese nation in the world, I would think. We're some red meat eating fools.
Yeah.
But that is, and that has not, it makes me wonder about what you ordered there from Japan, Ben, because it's not like, this isn't a stereotype. It's like that was business over there. He had to make smaller sizes because that was what the demand was over there.
Yeah, I'm not trying to stereotype in any way. I just know that this is toilet paper from Japan and this is American toilet paper. Right. And so you have to assume that buttholes are the same size. And so it may have to do with how many meatball sandwiches and Arby's that we're eating.
Right.
Yeah.
As opposed to a healthier diet on different parts of the world. Maybe that's the case, but I mean, KT, this might get you through a weekend.
How about 2 days? That's just not going to get it done, especially if you're a guy who's an overwiper like myself. Like I can never, and this is the thing. I never understood people who don't overwipe. Like some people just do like, hey, I'm just going to get 2 and knock it out and get out of here. It's like, no, you clean until your butt's clean. Like that's what you do, even if you're rubbing it raw.
That's why I have him raise my kids right there, that kind of gold.
Christina, I'm just curious, what goes through your mind when you realize what you've gotten yourself into? Things like this. What are you thinking?
It's nice to see the guy's perspective a lot, get in the guy's mind. And then just shake my head and be like, what the fuck? Okay.
Hey, we played the game, Christina. We know.
Yeah, that's a good point. No, that's a very good point. So Tommy 3 Rings Bronson stuff. I just assumed that since Christina had been friends with KT since college and, knew a Soroy, that she probably was well aware she was walking into a pile of bullshit.
No, y'all great. Yeah. I'm used to it.
She knows.
Hope she's building an HR file against us all. She should be.
I knows KT did.
Just ignore the rest. I'm recording you guys.
She's going to own iHeart, and she's going to have all these after darks for her case against us.
Especially since you kept inviting her to come on iHeart. I thought that was inappropriate.
What about today on the elevator?
Dude, what happened?
What was that?
Yeah. I told
Walk us through it.
It's like, wait, what? What happened?
What happened?
I was just walking on the elevator and Ben pointed at me and said, I want that. And we were all just like, okay, what the fuck?
That's not what happened. First of all,
he grunted before he said that.
I pointed at her and I said, I like that.
Okay, that's better.
I pointed at her mouth. And I said, I like that.
You're right.
But because she was wearing like a cool, face mask.
It was a Jack Daniels face mask.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's different than just a doctor's loincloth, what we normally have, just the medical cloth that we normally wear. But I was like, I like that. Like, that's a cooler one than what we have.
I thought you said I own that. What did you hear, Kevin?
Translation, so.
Kevin, what did you hear him say?
I thought he said, I like that.
Okay.
Either way, the pointing at the mouth was what kind of.
Yeah. And then immediately doing a full crab flex.
I mean, that was a little much, but I didn't want to say anything. You didn't have to do that after.
What's a crab flex?
I don't know. What is it? What is it when the guy goes, the old Saturday Night Live, I'll pump you up, and then they do.
Yeah.
What is that called? Is that a crab flex?
No, it's a flex.
Well said, Kevin.
I mean, nowadays people flexing just dunking on someone, but that is in its original, habitat. the flex.
Okay, so do we have weather issues tonight or no?
Yeah.
PT, you
Give it
still-
time. It's gonna hit you first, Ben. And then it'll probably be Alan, then probably Christina. I'm probably gonna be the last to get it at 4 a.m. or whatever.
Yes, it's 90% at midnight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a couple hours.
So one of the things we did, and it was inspired by Ben, but we actually bought a storm shelter. Now we bought this after, when's the last time, by the way, I think I brought this up on the air, but when's the last time you guys were on Royal Lane over like near the tollway or 75, not 75, tollway, Northwest Highway, and then further west? Have you guys seen that lately?
Or the tornado
Yeah.
that ripped through.
Yeah, like that last round of storms. What was that? 2-3 months ago? How long ago was that?
It was
Five?
November or October.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were driving over there when we went on our great Texas beer run the other day, and it's still a mess over there. But when that happened, Ben has a setup. It's underneath your staircase, right, Benny boy?
Yes.
And I was always really impressed by that. I was like, man, I want to do that too. So we actually spent a significant amount of money on a storm shelter. And that is a really weird investment, because usually when you spend money on something, you want to use it. And that is the weird thing that you spend money on and go, man, I hope I never use this. It's such a weird feeling, but we have a good storm shelter. We can fit all 4 of us, and the 3 stupid dogs can go in there and all that kind of stuff. But I'm like, man, I hope I never have to get into that thing. I don't want to get into that thing. So it's a really weird thing that it makes you feel good to have it, but it's a weird expenditure of money, I would say.
We were lucky because when we moved into our house, my older brother does very well for himself. And he just, he's very close to my family. And so he knows, all my kids and loves my kids. He was like, you guys are pretty far north. You're getting closer and closer to Oklahoma. It seems like you're closer and closer to Tornado Alley. And he's like, I'll buy you guys a storm shelter. So he just paid for it as a housewarming gift.
That's awesome.
It was amazing. But I told my kids and my wife earlier tonight, my wife doesn't take these things very seriously because she's from Oklahoma. So she doesn't ever panic about weather in any way. She under panics, in fact. And I told her, hey, you guys need to make sure there's water and stuff in there. And what would you need in a storm shelter? Because let's just say a tornado comes and it knocks down your house, God forbid. And let's say all the debris and shrapnel and all that stuff is blocking your exit. What would you need in that thing if you're going to be in there for, 24 hours, 48 hours?
I think all you need is water and then maybe an empty bottle to pee in, right?
Well,
bottle, you take a dump every 17 minutes.
I mean, my kids are used to being around my dumps.
You can't dump into a bottle.
I can.
is that why you're saying that? I don't think I want to know.
And I will by the end of tonight. But
fresh fruit and some nuts.
Yeah, dude. Some
AT's food bracket or draft. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought we were doing another bracket or a draft this week. What did you propose, Kevin?
Condiments.
Oh, dude.
You also need
do it right now. Do it right now.
Are you willing? How big?
To get some ideas for some like number 1 seeds. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
are you willing? Are you willing to have like 4 different divisions or regions?
What?
Oh, seems like Skin and wants to micromanage your bracket.
What's your suggestion?
Okay, I'm willing to go spices, which you would put pepper under that, right? Even though salt is not spicy, you would put that under that.
Bracket. It's a condiments bracket.
Do you consider salt and pepper a condiment?
No.
I do not.
Well, fuck off.
All
right, fine. Then just mayonnaise.
I like mayonnaise. I take mayonnaise number 1, but I don't think you guys like mayonnaise. So I think I might be able to get mayonnaise on the flip side.
A lot of these are mayo based without ever really knowing, but yes. I think what you do here though is you get specific. Like I think whatever your favorite Chick-fil-A type sauce is. Chick-fil-A
Cane
sauce,
sauce.
cane
Ooh,
sauce, Whataburger spicy ketchup.
By the way, I've been to Chick-fil-A recently, and if you just order a Chick-fil-A sandwich, they will not ask you if you want Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah, I don't think so. I've
That's
never
wrong.
just ordered a chicken sandwich there, though. I've always got a side piece of nuggets. Somebody needs those nuggets at all times.
I
Yeah.
get that.
I'm
We got-
a Lane's guy. Do you guys ever go to Lane's?
Never been to Lane's.
I don't think I've ever been.
We have a Lane's bin. So we have a Raising Cane's that is further down my street, about 3 miles that way. And then we also have a Lane's. There's not a lot of Lane's around town, but we have one at McDermott and 75. And the other day, my kids wanted Raising Cane's, and I just instinctively drove to Lane's. But I think
Oh, nice.
Lane's is really, really good. I'm impressed with Lane's. I think it's balls good.
There's not
Okay,
really
guys.
any close to me.
Got some updates here, some comments. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Kevin?
I said there's not really a Lane's close to me, but I would love to try it.
Hey, hold on. Before
Lane's.
we get into these comments, you guys realize Christina Ray is just polishing off some Oreos?
Oh,
I did not
Christina?
realize that.
What?
Third one. You like that Ryan Van Vibber guy who eats 3 Subway cookies.
Hey, look, they're good.
No, I think they're badass. I just thought, if we were going to do that, someone would have given me a heads up, and I could have showed up with some cookies. I didn't know. I didn't know.
I was hungry. And
Regular double stuff,
double stuff. Who gets regular?
triple stuff.
No, I've never had triple stuff. I think that's too much. Double stuff's perfect. You don't need to overdo it.
You're right.
Did we do a cookie bracket?
Hey, that hack Delkus is up there trying to talk about the weather.
for a lot of people, the single stuff's just not enough.
No.
Yeah, they want thick stuff. Hey, Ben, didn't you have an update?
Yeah,
Quick update on the comments.
I do.
Hey, your car chase play-by-play today was fantastic. Just FYI.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mhm.
We got a request for the fish tank story from Eli Elizadez. That needs to go on the story vault. We'll get into that someday. Let's see. Denton County just issued, Jared Morrow says Denton County just issued severe thunderstorm warning.
Good.
Yeah, Gainesville's getting hit harder right now.
Gainesville.
It's gonna hit Denton proper around 10:35.
Andrew Howell says the devil's lettuce needs to be in the storm shelter.
I don't get it.
Does he have a wife named Lovey?
The for the condiments, Jacob Peterson says ranch wins that whole bracket. Game over.
Ranch should be in it, yeah.
Tell him he can lick ranch off my nuts. How does that sound?
Oh, Charles Ryan Lammers says Louisiana hot sauce wins that thing. Oh no, Skin just left.
He left after that burn.
Let's see. Is
Well, he's a hot
ranch a
dog.
dressing? Is ranch allowable?
Yeah, ranch is allowable. Ranch counts as a condiment.
I think ranch and ketchup would have a tight race, though.
Ooh.
To me, a condiment. Do we all agree that a condiment also has slash dipping sauce?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Hey
Let's
guys, hold
see.
on. I left, but I heard a real dumb comment from Kevin.
To me, generic salsa and queso can be in the condiment bracket.
Well-
Oh, you're gonna put queso
Ooh,
in there.
queso?
Why don't you go ahead and put steak in it, dumbass?
Because you don't dip your stuff in steak.
I would, because I'm a
I would.
badass.
Dip
I
your
would too.
stuff.
It sounds delicious.
Listen to me, Kevin. I walked out of the room because I burned the shit out of, what's that guy's name? Jacob Peterson.
Yeah.
I dunked on his ass. And then when I came back, you were saying, let's do a condiment / dipping sauce bracket.
I didn't say that.
What did you say? You said something that was real offensive. What did you
I
say?
said, can we all agree that condiments are / dipping sauces?
What?
I don't know that either. BL
What
Lieber,
do the listeners say, Ben?
our buddy BL Lieber says Hellman's for the wins. But he comes from a Hellman's family, much like myself.
Thanks, Justin.
Shout out our buddy BL Lieber.
Shout out David Hellman.
Let's see. Oh, Corey Douglas says ranch is overrated.
Oh.
Thank you.
Jacob Patton Jacob Patton thinks my glasses are too thick. He says, "Can you burn ants with your glasses?"
I think
Tell him
mine-
you can burn these nuts with your glasses.
Oh!
Sick burn.
He has to walk out.
Please, thanks.
He has no choice
Oh,
but
man.
to walk out. Sick burn.
He's not even going to stay and shake his hand. He's just going to leave the court.
That's true.
I need to rewatch that second.
Okay, Jared brings up mustard as a condiment. I don't know about a dipping sauce.
Yeah, you can dip little mini corn dogs in it.
And mustard,
Ooh.
honey mustard, all kinds of mustards.
Do you guys prefer mini corn dogs to corn dogs?
Yeah,
Look
definitely.
at that.
Definitely. What is this?
That is Skin, Derek Harper, and Spike Lee. Or as I like to say, the big three.
Yes. Change this.
God, Harp looks young.
That was a picture of the 3 most influential black men of the 90s.
Oh.
Oh, wait. What is that sound, Kevin? All right. We're getting some good comments here. This is good. I think we.
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like way too much Jacob Peterson.
There's a lot of action here.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh,
Today,
was that
Yeah.
today is Taco
guy? I
Tuesday.
don't know anymore.
Okay.
All right. It's Taco Tuesday.
Okay.
Let's all describe our favorite taco and then
Oh.
see who the winner is. You can vote for anyone but yourself.
Do you want to go by her name or what you're thinking?
Sir. Apparently I'm out of this then. I'm out. He's never gonna come back after that.
Oh, he'll be back. A
Oh,
lot of comments on best tacos. A lot of people think Fuzzy's makes the best tacos.
I don't think people realize how underrated Derek Jeter's taco hole was today.
Oh my God.
Great.
Yes.
Can you explain why that was nominated for Jessica Alba?
I don't think I need to.
Why? I can't believe the hate that I heard for Jessica Alba today.
From
What?
who?
Because like you haven't heard from her in what, 10 years? I mean,
Yeah, who's hating on her?
dude.
Maybe she's just being a great mom.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh
Hey
shit.
guys, I got to get out of the game and take care of my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't have kids, does she? Let's find out.
She does.
She's got 2 kids.
She was.
She married that exceedingly handsome guy,
Who was that?
John Guy.
Handsome guy? No.
Don Welke.
Don
Hey,
Welke.
By the way, we had tacos tonight.
Oh, nice. How were they?
They were incredible. Shredded chicken, avocado, fresh tomatoes, fresh onions, fresh cilantro, feta cheese, green salsa, cholula, corn tortillas, and some other shit.
I'm not a cilantro guy. I don't like cilantro.
You're not a guy, really.
I like that. I like the way you worded that.
Thank you.
She's
I used
married to a guy named Cash Warren, son of actor Michael Warren.
Yeah,
Who
but
plays
again,
Bobby
she's
on-
hot, Ben. Like, what else is she good at besides being hot?
Well, hold on. Wait.
I just thought she was being a good mother in that picture.
Put that picture up there and let's talk about what her right hand is doing. She's dying to put it just a little bit higher.
So she could retrieve her cell phone that she was keeping.
She's got a cell phone in there.
in her
Sure.
line.
that
a lot
wasn't
of bath-
big. They were kind of small.
A lot
Yeah,
of
it was the
bathing
small
suits from
Nokia
that
flip
era.
phone.
Yeah, a lot of bathing suits from that era had phones in the crotch.
Yeah,
It's the
the
game he
razor.
played Spike on.
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't know what she's been up to lately. She didn't return my calls.
Are you texting her right now?
Yeah, I'm just texting her, seeing what's up. Jessica Alba's kids, quote, exploded her body and she's cool with it. That's the headline. Oh no.
Hey, don't ever read that on this show again.
It says giving birth to 3 children has changed Jessica Alba's body, and that's totally fine with her.
Let's find out.
She says, I have 3 children. She married producer Cash Warren. Her kids are named Honor, Haven, and Hayes. And she says, they've exploded my body and I'm cool with it. And I know I'm smart. I don't care what everybody else thinks. I'm a good girl. I'm good.
Okay. So she's right?
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Do you hear that hate?
Wait, I want to
He's
hear
like, oh, did you hear Christina's reaction?
Say it again, Christina.
I don't remember what I said. She just said, I'm a good girl. I don't care what anyone says. Like, why are you saying that? Why do you have to make that a statement?
Especially when you're out there saying, hey, I had 3 kids and this shit got destroyed. She's basically saying, look, I realize the way Hollywood is, and in this current state, I'm not going to get the roles I used to get, and I'm not willing to put the work in to get back to that space. So fuck it.
I do feel none of us have like acknowledged that Skin is in a complete bubble wrap.
I'm just saying this does not look like a good girl to me.
I
Whoa.
said that she wasn't a good girl. Like, who's going after her right now?
Ben says Christina's going, oh.
Okay.
What's she doing over there?
That was in Sin City.
Who was the asshole that put her on Parenting Magazine? Go back to that, Ben.
That's Kevin.
Go back to that, Kevin. Kevin, pull that up. I want to show you. Okay, look at this. Okay, I want everybody to do the picture second from the top left where she appears to be using a blanket for her pleasure, and then go back down to the right to Parenting Magazine.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Those things don't seem to relate.
Why?
Well, let me ask you this. What if the other picture was on Parenting Magazine?
Well, you have different modes of your life at different I think you're a good dad, but you've done some freaky shit.
Ben, I'm not a good dad.
I would put you on the cover of Parenting Magazine, but I'd also put you on the cover of Butt Plug Magazine.
I mean, you got to get the work where you can find it. But I'll say this. Neither one of my kids have looked me in the eye in 5 months.
Christina, did you break the board on the Russ Martin show? What happened?
Did they blame me again for that?
I don't know if they blamed you, but I think they had some issues today.
I seriously didn't. Like, I'll put it to the Russ Martin show. I'm gonna ask them about it tomorrow because I know it was like a joke, but then today they like legit had issues.
Yeah, I think they're having problems at his house though.
Yeah, like there should be an issue because I'll put it. There's a whole setting that I changed. I try to help them out by changing it for them, but maybe I'm putting it on the wrong thing. So I'm gonna ask them tomorrow.
I really like this.
Around and I felt bad.
I really like this tech talk, but I want to bring something up.
Tech talk is fun.
It's possible that the 3 most likable people in the history of radio are Chloe, Groobs, and Shippy. Those are 3 spirit animals that exist together in a magic world where nothing bad. Have you ever heard any of those 3 people utter one bad word about anybody?
No.
No. Okay, Chloe,
Groobs, and Shippy.
And I've been around Groobs when he was drunk, and that's when people really say stuff, and he didn't.
Why wouldn't you put Christina in that same group?
Oh,
because
Christina's in that same group.
She was, but she was just berating Jessica Alba.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, she was hating on Jessica Alba. That's true.
All you have to do is go and pull up Christina's tweets to see that she is a very lovely human. Seriously, you do.
Yeah.
I've never seen you spew negativity out in the cesspool. I swim in it. I can't leave it alone. But you're putting very positive things out there in the universe. You absolutely. I just by nature didn't want to group her with 3 other guys because think about what a bad situation that would be for her.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Number
No,
1.
they're all great guys. So nothing would happen. You wouldn't have to worry about it because they're all great.
Right. They're all great guys.
Can you imagine her with 3 other guys?
Hold on. 1,
Now,
3.
What she does every day, she has to deal with 3 guys that are all idiots every day. And by the way, Shippy is on record saying he has no sexual organs of any kind.
Oh.
yeah, Shippy's asexual.
And let me tell you something. That is one hard guy to please. I mean, wow.
You don't even know where to start.
It's exhausting.
So KT, is he like what's his name on BoJack?
Yeah, it's like Todd.
I can see that.
asexual.
He's totally.
KT, can we get a fucking weather update?
Yeah, dude, quit being a bitch.
Yeah, weather's
Jesus.
coming this way. If you're a listener in the Gainesville or further to the west, the Jacksboro area, head on a swivel.
What if KT was actually on like network TV with that little kid behind him that Walker told had AIDS? And he's like leaned back, drinking cocktails, just kind of telling it like he sees it.
Way, guys. Don't you worry. It's coming.
You can see the bottom of the underneath of his shoes at the lower third of his screen.
KT, I'm serious. I need to know if I need to go get my family in our storm shelter.
Not yet, but there's going to come a time when you're going to need to pay attention and be weather aware. I guess what I would say, Ben, is right now I don't see Prosper getting it until
Look at him.
Nanny.
you're probably about an hour away.
Okay.
It hasn't hit pilot point yet.
Hey, when are you guys going to watch the Beastie Boys documentary? How high on the priority list is that for you guys?
Tomorrow maybe.
Is it one part, one thing?
What I think it is it is a live presentation of Ad Rock and Mike D talking to an audience, and it was filmed by Spike Jonze, and they're talking about MCA, and then so it's a live presentation, almost like some sort of mixture of a documentary and what Spike Jonze did with Aziz Ansari, and just merging those things together into some sort of that's my understanding of it. So I think it's one couple hour episode. And obviously
2 hours.
For those that don't know who Spike Jonze is, he became a big filmmaker. He did Being John Malkovich, which I think is one of the 10 best movies of the last 30 years. It's incredible. But he was most known for he first came up as a skateboard dude. And then he was an elite video director. He did most famously Sabotage by the Beastie Boys. First he was a skate photographer, then became a video director. He did The Far Side Drop. Do you remember that video, Ben?
Oh yeah, it's all filmed backwards.
It was all filmed backwards. So the dudes, they took the song and it was all done in one take. And they did the song. The group learned the words backwards so that they filmed it with the music backwards. And then when they flipped it back, they were all like moving weird and the glass would come back together and all this. It was all done in one take. It's incredible. He also did the amazing video for Buddy Holly by Weezer. If you've ever seen that, where they pieced together all the clips of Happy Days. He did the video for Cannonball by the chick from the Pixies. What's that group called?
Oh,
Breeders,
I know the song.
Breeders.
Yeah.
So anyways, and he also did my favorite rap video of all time, Biggie Smalls' Sky is the Limit, which was done after Biggie died. Mm-hmm. And they went and found all these little kids that looked like Lil' Kim, Puffy, Biggie, and they filmed these little kids in a mansion. It was incredible. It's a beautiful, beautiful video. And then he went on to be a filmmaker, blah, blah, blah. But he's the one that did this documentary. And he's the perfect guy to do it because he was right there with them when they reinvented themselves. It would be like us doing a documentary and having, whatever groups do it, right? He's just like right fucking there. So
but is it like 10 parts like the Jordan Bulls thing?
Let me look it up. I think it's just one little 2-hour thing. Is that right?
Hell yeah. Is it out now?
Yes, it's on Apple TV.
Oh shit.
2 hours.
Okay.
I
watch that tonight.
I have a feeling that if we watch it tomorrow night, we're going to want to talk about it. Or we could watch it Thursday night and talk about it Friday. It's up to you guys.
Thursday night, Parks and Rec is back.
Okay. I'll watch that for Tizzle.
So Beastie Wednesday and then Parks and Rec Thursday.
Okay.
Can you give me the weekend?
So we have the Nirvana thing, which we can put off to next week. I truly don't care. That doesn't matter. There's nothing timely about that. But the Beastie Boys is timely and Parks and Rec is timely.
We have some comments here. Levi Martin says Chloe gets pissy about cheese on a hamburger. Every person has limits. So he's saying that's the one thing that gets Chloe upset.
Okay.
Cheese on a hamburger does?
Yeah, he's right. Because you should only have cheese on a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I was going to say that should be weird. It should be a cheeseburger at that point.
So here's somebody. This guy Eli says, I miss y'all's voices. You were my first friends when I moved to DFW 7 years ago and had a long drive from Dallas to Denton. Y'all are great. I'm like, why do you miss us? Why? He says, I miss y'all's voices. Why aren't you listening to the show 2 to 5 on 97.1?
Well, we changed our voices when we went to the Eagle.
I think he's saying he didn't follow us over. Here's one from a guy named Kevin Lee.
He's actually sending that message from he was kidnapped and he hasn't been able to listen to the radio.
Okay.
You know what? I would like to bring the Scrap Sailor back to the Eagle. I think he's a fun character, especially during the time of COVID-19 where sailors are trapped on a boat.
Here's one from Jordan Peak who says, I'm moving to Garland next month, so we have to fight, right?
Yeah.
If he needs any Garland tips, I'll let him know.
How many toilets does the city make you put in your front yard? 1 or 2?
They don't force you to. It's just kind of a rite of passage. Like once you finally accept that you're a Garland resident, you just
it's like this. It's like certain things are frowned upon. It's the opposite. In Garland, if you put a toilet in your front yard, it's smiled upon.
People are like, hell yeah, you're fucking Garland now. I have to do it.
You're not allowed to put a sprinkler system in your yard in Garland. You have to put a toilet with one of those handheld sprinklers spraying water out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting. And I'd love for Christina to answer this because you have a unique perspective in that you didn't work with us prior to us getting to 97.1, and we're so glad you're a part of our team now. But Kevin Lee says, you guys got way better after leaving the Fan.
No shit.
And I would just love to know, Christina, your thoughts on that, as obviously you weren't there for that and you probably didn't listen a lot during that. So just in general, based on what you've heard us talk about off the record and things we've been saying, why would you think that's possible that our show now would be better than it was in the past? I'm just curious about your take.
Just because I think that y'all can talk about what you want to talk about now, and you don't really have restraints on you, and you're not forced to talk sports because sports are boring. So yeah.
I want to say this about sports talk because this matters, I think, now more than ever. I'm not anti-sports talk. I love sports talk. I think, if it's intriguing, like I can't imagine more fun than talking about the Rangers in 2010 or talking about the Mavs in 2011 or talking about the Cowboys in 2016 when Dak was a rookie and there was all these talking points. That's fun. What I can't stand is bullshit. All right, who's the greatest second baseman ever? Because it's February and there's nothing. I hate that shit. That shit sucks. It's boring as fuck. I'm just not interested.
Yeah, I can go back because like talking about the Michael Jordan documentary, like that's fun. I enjoy watching sports and talking about games. Like when the Cowboys come back, I can't wait to talk about the Cowboys game for a segment, but not the whole show.
Right.
You
know? Christina, are you a bigger Cowboys fan or a bigger Stars fan? I know you love hockey. I've seen you post pictures on Instagram.
I do. So I grew up, my parents were like hockey, what's the thing where they had like whole game?
Season ticket holders?
Thank you. I've been drinking.
That's
so yeah, they were season ticket holders. So I grew up a big Stars fan. Like Madonna was huge back in the day. So
and weren't you like 10 years old when they won the Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just remember growing up and going to those games all the time. So they've always been big with me, but I don't know. I enjoy watching football more, and I don't know if that's just because I'm from Crandall and football is just a huge thing in, small East Texas towns.
Even
watching football, but hockey,
even as the biggest basketball fan in y'all's circle, I love basketball more than anybody you know. I love basketball. I recognize that nothing is better than an NFL Sunday or a college football Saturday because it has an event feel.
Yeah.
Like you can see 3 or 4 games of your favorite team every week in the NBA or the NHL, or in baseball, 5 or 6 games a week. Football is monumental and epic. And I get that. And it's perfect. Whenever me and Ben and KT were doing sports talk radio, fall was a breeze, right, boys? Football's easy to talk about. It's fun. It's great. What sucks is the other 6 months when you have to contrive some bullshit for a 4-hour show and pretend like you give a fuck about these lame topics that you're just creating because you have to fill time. That's uninspiring and it sucks.
But real talk, it's like the ticket is what made me want to do this.
Yes.
We were just rappers who had like courier jobs, driving around listening to the ticket when it started, trying to be musicians or whatever. And it was like, oh, wow, these guys are all funny. And most of them are like musicians of some sort, of some degree. And they're very interesting people. Oh, and they also like sports. They were never forced to talk sports all the time. It was never about that. So it was just funny as shit, no matter what they were talking about. And then sometimes serious sports would happen. That's when I fell in love with this format. I didn't say I wanted to be on the radio. I thought, man, I'd love to be on the ticket. And so I've never understood how typically what happens at these radio stations is East Coast radio consultants come to town or they buy companies. And I'm not specifically talking about any one. And they want to try to turn them into the East Coast talk style, which is a very successful style on the East Coast. But to just ignore the subtle nuances of every single market across the United States and assume that they're all the exact same, to me is ridiculous, because every little market has its own little nuances and things like that that make it unique. And in this market, the ticket got here first, planted their flag, and deconstructed the genre. They basically made fun of all the institutional type shit in talk radio. So this became a very intelligent, savvy talk radio market, to where when they see bullshit, contrived, fucked up trash radio, they're like, oh yeah, that's what that is. I've already been trained to see that. And so when these East Coast guys come in and try to make stations sound like the East Coast, because it's what they're comfortable with and they own the companies or manage the companies, that's when it gets to be something that I don't like doing. And I'm not specifically talking about any one instance. And so, yeah, I like talking sports if you're not being forced to do it at gunpoint and you're not being micromanaged. But those times where there's not something to talk about in sports, you should have the freedom to go do whatever you want to do. And anytime we talk about this stuff, people are always want to say, oh, you're talking about the fan, or you're talking about, I'm talking about all of it, man. It's not specifically about anything. And the bottom line is this: when you have a job at a good radio station and you're just talking sports, it's still better than most jobs. You'll take it. You're like, hey man, I'm talking about the teams I grew up rooting for that I love. That's fine. But it's never exactly what you want if you can't do what you want to do. And so whenever we talk about this and we're being honest and real about it, it's not a knock against any station or any person at any station, because there's a lot of great people that we've worked with at many different stations, and we're still friends with quite a few of them. So please don't misconstrue this as being taking shots at a station or hosts or anything. It's not any of that. It's just the reality of our journey and why our show sounds different now.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think there's people that are listening for 3 hours that when we get to football season might leave our show some, because they're going to desire more football talk than we're going to be bringing. But if I've always felt like our job is supposed to be to entertain you for as long as you're listening. We're there to help you fill your time, whether you're driving home, you're at a desk, you're out in the field, whatever. And I think there's a lot of different ways to do that. And I think narrow-minded thinking is to go, we have to be a sports station. We have to be a rock station. We have to be this. I just don't think, I think is everyone evolves and gets smarter about the media that they consume. And when they teach you media, they talk about this. This is the postmodern condition. What a show like The Simpsons or Who Framed Roger Rabbit or something like that taught you to do was it taught you to analyze the media that you're consuming while you're consuming it and understand the mechanisms that are in place of what you're taking in. And so I always loved that about The Ticket. It was postmodern radio. They were making fun of the constructs with which they were using to entertain you.
But naturally.
What's that, Kevin?
But naturally.
Yes.
They weren't trying to do that. They were all just good friends.
Yeah, and I think also, you know, the wild card catalyst on all that is Gordo, because Gordo's just not down for bullshit. He just starts kicking, oh, here's a construct, let me kick the wheels out from underneath it. Isn't that fun? I mean, that's what he does.
Listen to this. I was in my car earlier. This is 8 o'clock. And I flipping through the stations, and they're playing Rotten Radio because they're not doing the top 10 right now because some people aren't there. And George, it's from what year did Norm go to The Ticket? 2000?
That sounds about right.
That's one.
Yeah.
It was right after Bob and Dan, right?
That sounds about right.
Right around that time. And George is going on a rant. You can tell he's young. You can tell it's 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. And he's going on a rant about how he knew, how he loves Norm. He's glad Norm's a part of the station. But I knew that Norm would bring an audience that was all sports. That would get mad when we're not talking about sports. And he's going on a rant. He's mad because we're going to do it. We're going to talk 3-4. We're going to talk 4-3. But look, we're a successful show. The Hardline's a successful show. And we've been doing this for a bunch of years and getting good ratings. So don't tell us to do all sports. Right. So it's not like we're not the only ones dealing with that. They were dealing with that back then, you know?
Yeah. And think about too, the whole Norm situation. Why did Norm go to them? Norm went to them because they were successful. And ultimately, Norm had to adapt. And one of the great things that they did was I respect Norm's willingness to be indoctrinated into their culture and have fun with it. Norm's going to norm. I mean, come on. But be a part of what they built. And so what happens is within the whole postmodern construct, the fulfillment you get from watching that sort of programming or listening to that sort of programming is that you are in on the joke and you are rewarded for being smarter. And generic radio tries to treat you like you're dumb. It tries to treat you like no other radio station is on. Why would we talk about these other things? I hate that shit. I hate treating people like they're fucking dumb. I hate watching that personally. I don't have time for that. And so I've always appreciated those media outlets that let you in on it and treat you like you're just as smart as the people that are giving it to you. You're in on the joke. And it's a special level of gratification.
All right, I got something here for you. Let's see, Christina from David Parrish. He says, is Crandall in East Texas? Do people from Crandall consider it to be East Texas? We've only lived here for 6 years. I grew up around Texarkana, and I've always considered Crandall Dallas.
No, what? So they're definitely new to Crandall. No, Crandall's definitely East Texas. We were a 3A when we went there. They're past Sigaville. And I remember.
Wait, whoa.
No.
It's past where?
Yo.
Segoville.
Segoville.
It's past
Segoville.
It's past Segoville.
It's past Segoville.
What is Segoville?
Segoville. You know what? I think there used to be BMX bike racing in Segoville. Is that right? Is there a big bike racing place?
I don't know, but that sounds exactly
right.
There was like a racetrack right across from our high school.
Over by the...
In Crandall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a dirt car racing thing.
Okay, so
East Texas, and congrats, it's fun.
Ben, real quick. In the Denton area, north of Denton, just north of Denton. Storm's starting to get pretty big right there. So everyone hold on to your asses with
Good. Help me sleep. I want a big storm.
both hands.
Okay. So do I need to tell everyone to get in the shelter yet?
No, not at all. Just
Okay, here's a
wins
good
right now.
question.
Wait,
I got-
hold on, Ben. Before you got to that question, did Christina properly answer what was posed to her or posed to her?
Yeah. So he's basically saying she explained that Crandall is not Dallas, but is it East Texas?
Definitely.
Okay.
I mean, Tyler is more East Texas, but Crandall's definitely East
All right.
Texas.
Let's go to Tyler.
This is a good question. This is a good question, and I'm going to direct this to KT. And Skin, I want you to listen very closely to the way this is worded.
Okay.
Christina, you as well. This impacts all four of us.
Okay.
The question is from Ja Red, and Ja says, I'm
Related
going to be
to
very clear about this. He says, what time will y'all lead the sports ratings?
Oh, fucking.
Are we ready?
Oh, that's
what
it?
time?
Is that it?
What time will y'all lead the sports ratings?
I got some news. I think we're not in them because no one's really talked about us lately.
I know the answer to this question. I'm interested in what Christina has to say because KT's waved the white flag, but I know the answer to this question.
When we top the sports ratings?
Well, the question is, what time will y'all lead the sports ratings?
As soon as they come back.
Leave or lead?
Lead.
We're already leading them.
The answer is obvious. We said it on the show today. 2:35.
Oh.
So the
We
way
didn't
the
lead.
ratings work, the way the way the ratings work is obviously nobody's patting themselves on the back. It's a fucked up time for all of us. There's a global pandemic happening, terrible things to the economy. People are dying and getting sick. It's not a time to over celebrate. Okay. But
Breaking news.
in our first full month of being there it is. In our first full month of being on the air at 97.1, our show is ranked number 1 in men 1849, men 1849. Let's see, men 1849, men 2554, men 18 plus, and number 2 in adults 2554.
Have you seen that movie Men 1917 yet, where it's all done in one take?
That's a good movie. I like that. That's a really good movie. So our show is already number 1. But in terms of the sports ratings, you see a lot of people come out and celebrate the sports ratings, and they say they're very quick to say, "Oh, Ben and Skin, that show is not sports anymore." So we can say we're number 1 in sports talk, and we don't have to include them, even though they're doing really well. And it's kind of disingenuous because if we aren't competition, then why did we have to sit out or non-compete?
All right, so I want to add something to what Ben is saying here, guys. I'll position this as a question. Is that a Led Zeppelin blanket?
Yeah, everyone's getting stuff out, so I just gotta go ahead. You're good.
All right, so it's a question for Ben and KT because we were all at the fan at the exact same time together. How many times were we in a production meeting or an all-around meeting? How many times did management bring up 97.1 to us in regards to what our ratings needed to be? You guys remember?
0.
The answer is the hole in Ben's toilet paper.
That's right.
The answer is 0. So, having said that, if someone who is a program director at a sports station is feeding information to someone who is writing an article and it includes us, it's done out of petty spite because we were never, ever once, and I say we, I mean the station 97.1, referenced ever once unless we specifically asked who was ahead of us in the ratings. It was the ticket was brought up all the time. ESPN was brought up all the time. In 7.5 years, 97.1 The Eagle was brought up Zero times. So if it's getting brought up now, that's some disingenuous bullshit.
Right.
That's
I saw these
truth, Ruth.
I saw these ratings and it's like, it's obviously a global pandemic. We're not focused on it. It's that whole thing, but you do see stories come out where it's like just totally disregarded us, even though we're number one. It's like, hey, we're number one in sports talk. It's like, well, okay, that's not really we're not a sports talk show. It's not really what we're doing. We do talk some sports. We have had Dirk and Cuban and Travis Frederick and Romo and so, but we're not
Cowboys third round pick, Neville Gallimore.
We're just trying to have a good show. It's really what we're focused on anyways. It's just the bullshit of the game that happens. And there's, it's not the host's fault or anybody involved in that. It's just the way that suits spin it. Hey, I want to give this guy love. Charles Ryan Lammers. He says, love you guys forever and will never leave. And it's telling me here on Facebook, he's one of the coolest, most supportive fans we have. So thank you for the support, Charles. We appreciate that. That's pretty cool. It's got a little diamond by his name.
Awesome. I'd like to offer up a KT lap dance for him.
Fired up.
Here's one from David Parrish. It says, Ben and Skin, my son lives out by the brewery, Rollertown, and he got some beer with the day y'all opened. He said it was great. I'm a little pissed that he didn't get me some.
Listen, you can cut him out of your will. Oh, is that a guitar, Christina?
Not a guitar. Don't even make it the thing.
Can you get your guitar out?
Nope.
Ben, can you get your Atari out?
Keep reading.
Oh, just got a note. Dangerous thunderstorm alert has been issued for your area. So that's what I got going for me.
You got time.
This Levi Martin says, yeah, I think y'all will be okay when football season comes around. 2 reasons. What could those reasons be?
Wait, say that again.
I think y'all will be okay when football season comes around. 2 reasons.
What are does he say what the 2 reasons are? My perception of that is based on what our rantings just were. He's saying, look, doesn't matter when football season comes around, you guys are still going to do well.
Okay, this is cool. This is I like that. Here's from Eli. He said, I listened to your show for the story. Sports is so easily accessible on multiple media. Y'all take us on a journey.
Yes, he's right. That's the goal. Dude, you can get scores and whatever anywhere. And if you want to watch a contrived sports opinion delivered hotly for the sake of hotness, fucking just turn on anything because there's a bunch of meatheads doing that bullshit.
Yep.
Hold on. No, go ahead.
No, what do you got?
No, I don't have anything yet.
Does this smell like roll-ups to you guys? Y'all are drinking this too, right?
Yeah, what about it, Christina?
It smells like fruit roll-ups.
Yeah, it's that delicious orange peel that's in there, or maybe it's the bitters. Yeah.
Hey, the way that this live video works is if you have a friend on Facebook and they just click to see what you're doing, it's hard to creep in the room without being put on blast. So somebody may have just seen this happening, may have popped in. There's a lot of people popping in. I do want to send a shout out to somebody who helped us immensely when we were at 105 Through the Fan. And that is Patrick Fontenot, just a great dude.
Oh,
Patrick,
he's in here. Patrick, just a fantastic guy. And
love that guy.
I mean, it's like, and this is what I always say. This is what I say to my kids. We all are a brand. You are a brand, whether you like it or not. And I know marketing and sales and branding have negative connotations, unnecessarily so. What happens is bad marketers, bad salespeople, bad branders make it a shit soup for everybody. And then but the reality is, if you're selling something you believe in, if you're marketing or branding something you believe in, it's simply good communication. You're not selling somebody some polyester slacks they don't need. And so I believe we all are our brand. And what I mean by that is when we earn whatever that brand is, it's whatever people's perception is of us. All right. Your brand at work could be, hey, you're a hard worker. You bust your ass. You give everything you got to your job. Or at work, people may know you as somebody who doesn't really try that hard, doesn't really care, is not passionate about their work. What is your brand? You earn that. And they show up early or they leave early or whatever. Your brand is your brand. That guy, Patrick Fontenot, his brand is awesome because all he did was work hard, try to make everybody on his team better, try to help in any way he could. He never said, guys, that's not my job. I don't do that. He's one of those guys who said, what do you need? I'll do it. So it's funny how all three of us who've worked with him, KT, myself, and Skin, all saw his name when I said it. And we're like, oh, I love that guy. I mean, that's a testament to just being yourself, working as hard as you can, being a good person, and never letting a company change you in any way. Just be yourself. And, you know, he's got an excellent brand.
He pulled me aside and told me his brand was sexual chocolate, but I agree with everything you just said.
Okay, here's from Arthur Clark. He says, I work in Red Oak and we wear headsets and we talk about the Jerry impressions, birthday shout outs, which I got twice now. Okay.
Hold on. The guy that wrote 2001 just texted in. That is fucking amazing.
Yeah, Arthur Clark.
Yeah, the great Arthur C. Clarke. Shout out to fucking great science fiction.
Okay, question for you guys. I saw this online today. I want to see what y'all's thoughts are.
Jizz.
Hey.
Oh, wait, guys, we have an announcement here. Our head brewer, so Skin and I started a brewery called Rollertown Beer Works in Salina, Texas, and we've been open for a little bit now. Our head brewer is a guy named Tommy Miller, and he just texted us all and said the first Rollertown baby is here. His wife gave birth, so we just want to say congrats to Tommy Miller. That's really exciting. He had a little baby boy, and I'm sure he's naming it.
That's awesome.
Sure, he's naming it Ben Juice Serum Miller.
Yeah. No, congrats. It's awesome.
That kid is already making beer right now. Just right out the chute, like, hand me some hops.
Okay, curious about y'all's take on this. If somebody could hand you an envelope and it had the date on which you were going to die in it, and you could open the envelope and see that date, would you want to see that date, yes or no? Or would you ignore it and not open the envelope? And I want to start with you, Christina.
I'm going to say no, but I would definitely probably have it on my fridge and just be like, every day, do I want to know? Is today the day? Because the whole question is you should live every day like you're going to die, you know, right? Like you should live every day to its fullest. Like, let's say it in a nicer way. You should live every day to its fullest. But it would be nice for you guys if I was like, hey, I opened this envelope. I'm going to die tomorrow. So I'm just going to let KT know how to run the board now because I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to die. So maybe I should just help you guys out, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to run the board. We're going to get someone else in there. I think that I would want to know because then you can start kind of planning out all your crimes, you know? Just kind of get them all on.
Yeah. I would think money, like, okay, I can spend all my money in this amount of time and not have to worry about setting up. But crimes.
Yeah, crimes. All the adrenaline-rushing things that you have in your mind.
Hold on. I totally understand what KT's saying because my first thought was, if I know when I'm going to die, then the days leading up to that, I know who I can murder without recourse. Right?
Oh my God.
Hey, who can I make pay for the ways in which they've crossed me and what I want to get done? Oh, I got 2 days to live. Oh, I'm willing to tear your nuts off with these pliers, biatch. You know what I'm saying? It's like just subtle things, you know, just subtle things you're sprinkling.
Quick. I'm a little worried about you guys, but okay.
Hey guys, is this an appropriate video? 27 seconds here.
I'm gonna say no already.
Hold on, let me fish it out.
I just want you to know that there was a crowd on hand watching this.
Okay.
This is the greatest moment in Dallas radio history.
It's Roy White.
Yeah. Oh. No, KT.
Oh no. My God.
Are you proud of that?
What? What?
We all want to know.
So that Whiskey Fest was an old event that they had, and you could go in this like place with a green screen, and they had like confetti, and they had glitter, and they had this like crazy string spray.
Okay.
So it get late in the night, and there's like 30 people watching this. I was like, Roy, just follow my lead. He sprayed that crazy string, and then we were kicked out immediately. Hey, I have another one. This one has audio on it. Hold on. Share screen. Ready?
All right, Ben and Skin Show live in Surprise, Arizona. If you heard, Ben had to get a steroid shot because he was losing his voice and getting sick. He's still not allowed to talk, but he's contractually obligated to do this video. So pinch hitting for Ben will be KT. Ben, what do you have to say? Thanks a lot, Skin. Really appreciate it. Great first day out here in Surprise. Ian Desmond stopped by the booth. Jeff Bannister stopped by the booth. And I tell you what, this steroid shot is really kicking in. I can go crush some skulls, pump some iron. Yeah. Whoa. Take it easy. You're sick. What do you think about the girls out here? Oh, the girls. So many hot women. Oh, I love them. Oh, Arizona women. Oh. All right. Hold on a second. Now, and by the way, I know you got some hot political opinions. What do you think about the election this year? Moderate. Okay, KT just saved your ass. That's gonna do it. Hey, Ben, out here.
Okay, pretty good.
That's fantastic.
Moderate.
Well done.
Give up.
Well done. Okay,
What
so
year is
how that was 2016, right?
4 years ago, bro.
So I'm looking at Delkus, and he's saying severe thunderstorm warning for Dallas, Denton, Rockwall, and Collin counties until 11:45, so a little under an hour away. Storm is capable of 60 to 70 mile an hour winds and hail up to quarter size. Very heavy rain and lightning guaranteed. He's guaranteeing it.
KT?
What, lightning? He's guaranteeing lightning? Yeah. Thanks. I can see it on your radar, buddy. Look, if you're following my models, you're in a safe bet. And by the way, I'd tell you, if you're west of that Bedford area, you're in for it right now. And if you're in that Bedford area, Arlington, Grand Prairie, Kennedale, about to get some. The southern part of Arlington, about to get a little action. So everyone be prepared, stay weather aware. Don't just go to sleep. Make sure maybe you read a book, maybe you watch a new show or something. Maybe you're going to stay up late tonight. Get ready for an excuse to call your boss if you're going to work, because you might be going in late tomorrow after you sleep in, because tonight's about being weather aware.
All right. I would like to comment on that.
Okay.
What you just saw right there, that was premier Finfrock gold. That was fucking gold.
Yeah, you may have missed your calling, KT.
What Delkus delivers is barely more than car show spokesmodel in front of a green screen. What KT delivered is journalism. It's weather journalism.
I took that as Christina trying to get rid of me.
No.
Hey, KT, you might be calling. You should probably go be a meteorologist.
Please don't leave. I'd have to do so much more work. Also, I think I just heard thunder outside.
I did too.
Okay.
I totally just heard it.
Okay, there's thunder in Garland.
Either that or my neighbors are moving gigantic tons of concrete down the block.
What are the best songs that have storm references in them?
Stevie Ray Vaughan couldn't stand the weather.
Oh, yeah. By the way, you guys think you have the balls to square off with each other? A little music trivia?
Oh, hell yeah.
I got something for you guys.
Let me go ahead and pull my dong out.
Okay. You guys each need to have some sort of an audible sign that is you hitting your buzzer. What is your buzzer word?
Buzzer.
Mine is jizz bomb.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with taco.
Okay. KT?
Penis.
Hey man, my daughter and preacher are watching this together.
Here's the deal.
Wait.
You get 1 point if you answer any of these questions right, but you lose 2 points if you get it wrong. So don't buzz in unless you know it for sure.
Kevin,
okay.
What is Colorado Rockies?
All right. The first question. Which singer ripped up a photograph of the Pope on international television?
Penis.
Skin.
That would be Sinead O'Connor, Ben.
That's correct. 1 point for Skin. Question number 2.
I knew that.
He actually said penis.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is situated in which U.S. state?
Jizz Bomb.
Skin.
Ohio.
That's correct.
I knew that. Fuck.
Which band's debut album was entitled Appetite for Destruction?
Jizz Bomb.
Penis.
Skin.
Guns N' Roses.
That's correct.
Done.
Entertainment icon Elvis Presley passed away in which year?
Jizz Bomb.
Skin.
1976.
That is incorrect. It
Oh.
is 77 minus 2. Skin goes back down to 1.
Getting a lot of jizz bombs tonight.
It's like Saturday night for KT. A Foo Fighter.
Jizz Bomb
Yes.
is a UFO.
Upon which the famous 1990s band is named is a term derived from which line of professionals?
Ooh.
Wait, say that again.
So he answered it too soon. He didn't quite stick the landing. A Foo Fighter, upon which the famous 90s band is named, is a term derived from which line of professionals? Who named what industry term is that? What industry would people be using that term?
Can I give it to Christina?
I have no idea.
It would be like pilots.
I mean,
Well, yeah, duh.
That's correct. So no, so Skin answered it before you could answer it. What are the
Fun game.
rules? Could you go over the rules with Skin, Kevin?
Can I steal?
I like that. R. Kelly's Unforgettable I Believe I Can Fly was originally featured on the soundtrack of which movie?
Jizz Bomb.
Penis.
Oh, Skin.
Space Jam.
Is there some lag?
That's correct.
There's got to be
That's
some
correct.
lag here.
lie.
Which music legend was sentenced to 6 years in prison in 1988?
R. Kelly.
Not worth the guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I think
Skin?
that's always 2 points.
I don't know it.
James Brown.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He got out in 3 though for good behavior.
Which artist did U.S. President George W. Bush once call the biggest threat to American youth since polio?
Wow.
In 2001, President Bush directed an unflattering comment to which artist? I'll give you a hint. It was a rapper.
Penis. Eminem.
That is correct.
Whoa!
KT is on the
Correct.
board. So
I didn't know
Skin has
Eminem so
2.
much.
KT has 1.
George got less conservative as time went on.
Okay, let's see. Some of these are old, so I won't ask the really old ones since there's some young folks in the mix here.
I will own those because I'm old.
Which inventor developed the solid body electric guitar that made rock and roll
Jizz
possible?
Bomb.
Christina?
I'm gonna. Is it Les Paul or?
Yes, Christina.
Thanks.
Yes.
Save it
Mr.
for Les
Yamaha.
Paul, just FYI.
Sorry. Did you say something, Skin?
I said Les Paul also invented multi-track recording.
Which rock band made a brief yet memorable appearance in the Simpsons movie in 2007?
Watching that too.
Okay. What does the band's name start with?
It starts with a color.
Taco.
Is how many words?
Is it Black Sabbath?
It is not. Christina loses 2 points.
How many words?
-2 now. I'm just
Is it
trying to
2
think.
words, Ben?
Yeah, 2 words.
Can I guess for no points?
No.
No, dickhead.
2 words?
The color, right?
Skin, can you believe he's questioning the rules?
What a bitch.
Hey, my hair's
How do
like
you
that
not know
clown.
this?
Hey, look,
How
I've
do you
got
not know-
crusty clown hair.
Speaking of Simpsons,
You don't
Green Day.
remember?
What?
Green Day.
Yes, Skin. Green Day.
Oh, god damn. I really should have known that.
I was going to guess
All
Blue
right.
October. I didn't know. I never saw that movie. I've actually never seen an episode of The Simpsons.
What?
I swear to God, my son was watching The Simpsons at dinner tonight.
What?
Ben, you know the whole deal about my son. For like 6 months, we had no idea what he was talking about when he said Homa.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, that's right. Yes.
And then one day we walked in and he was staring at The Simpsons. He pointed at the screen. He goes, Homa. We're like, holy shit, he's watching The Simpsons.
Oh my.
Gee, I'm seriously concerned for you right
Ben,
now.
what's the score?
It is KT has 1, Christina has -1, and Skin has 1.
I'm
Yes.
feeling it, guys.
What is Fergie's real name?
Kevin.
Can I guess for no points?
All right. I will allow you guys, if anybody gets any one of, she's got they give her full name here, her first name, middle name, and last name.
Hey,
If
guys, I am
Yeah.
signing off and headed downstairs. We have bad weather in Allen. I love you.
Oh, it's really that bad? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
See you
Be
later.
safe. Okay.
See ya. You lose, though. Ferguson Jenkins.
That is incorrect. Christina, you win. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Everybody be safe. Anything we need to promote on tomorrow's show? Oh, we're giving away a bidet tomorrow for North Texas Custom Plumbing.
Bidet, 4 o'clock, the Butt Shack. We're giving away a bidet. Call in, and you can figure out the number if you're that dedicated, because we'll have 6 phone lines. So we're going to make you work for it. You will call in, and we will talk to the top 6 people that call in at the time we give out the number. And then whoever needs the bidet the most, as determined by us, will get it. Yeah.
Awesome. Christina, and thank you for being here. KT, thank you for being here. Thank you to Skin.
Ben, will you take some of those questions and bring them to the show sometime this week? I'd like to continue this music quiz.
Yeah,
We can keep it going tomorrow if you'd like. I'll bring them tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Okay.
3 o'clock, music quiz continues.
I'll
Wait.
even put in some research to make sure that it's a list that is fair for you guys, that it's not all old people.
Thank you.
All right. See you guys. Be safe out there.
Bye.
Good night, everyone. Walker told me I have dates.